never gonna back down. She ready. Ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready. Ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating a new path for.
Salutations, you beautiful souls. It is Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and I am here to do your daily guidance, your daily reflection, honey, your daily spiritual message known as our soul guidance on this beautiful Wednesday or whenever you are watching it. So I do want to let you know, for some of you, you are getting this later on throughout the day. Today's soul guidance, daily guidance is going to be slightly different, okay? Because there is an important message that whenever you click on this video, okay, the signs and things that are showing up in your life, okay, this is what everything that is unfolding in your life, okay, no matter what it is, this is what it's trying to get you to look at. It's trying to get you to make a decision, and it's all spiritual. Okay. And as much as I wish that I could reach into your body and be you for a couple of moments and just run after your dreams or conquer your fears or step out of your comfort zone. But I know you will. All right. I know you will, because it's part of your plan. But just to let you, if I just wish I could get you to just see what I see, to feel what I feel, to know what I know, when you decide to truly honor your heart, okay? So as I was meditating today, as I was just, really spending some intimate time within myself, getting still, getting quiet, because that's how we're able to really fill out our intuition. So today is definitely a day, whatever moment you're watching this, is definitely a moment to get quiet, all right, to go within, because it's all spiritual. No matter what you're looking at, you see all the beautiful things that are unfolding in your life. It started in the spiritual realm, okay? All these beautiful lessons that we're learning, you get what I'm saying? All these things that we're seeing, even down to things that you may be a little fearful of. Guess what? It's all spiritual, okay? So I feel like in some aspect, we're all coming on a conscious level to wrap our mind around that, okay? Things that we see in the physical now, it first started in the spiritual realm. So the reason why I really feel like the divine is really placing scenarios and situations around us to really get us to know that is because your heart remembers, okay? When I was in meditation, that is literally what the divine whispered to me, is that your heart remembers. And what do I mean by that? When you are by yourself, when it's just you and you, when you're dreaming, when you're, experiencing, when you're seeing yourself thriving, when you see yourself opening your heart to love, all right, being in love with your soulmate, okay, picking out your wedding dress, for my fellas, just really finding a beautiful woman who loves you, who is loyal, who encourages you, okay? Who is like your Bonnie and Clyde. When your heart remembers, when you think about your finances and decorating your new beautiful loft, okay? When your heart remembers all the things that you want to do for your family members, all right? With those businesses that you want to create to help people flourish, to experience, to feel your art, okay? The world, all right? Your heart remembers all the places that you desire to travel. Your heart remembers all of the stylish clothes and the houses and the boats and maybe even starting a garden. I don't know, rescuing animals, writing your book, seeing your book, in all the stores around the world. You get what I'm saying? Like speaking and helping people overcome, just whatever it is. Your heart remembers. Okay? So, with that being said, whatever is showing up in your life, and for everybody it may be different, but it is to push you out of your comfort zone so you can really get back to the desires of your heart. So you can really believe in yourself. So you can really know that, yes, you are worthy of this. You are worthy of this opportunity. You are worthy of this love. You are worthy. And today you are tapping into that. Because there are things that you have whispered to your heart, that you have whispered to the universe, that you have whispered to the divine, that maybe you forgot about. For whatever reason, maybe you got a little nervous. Maybe you didn't really believe in yourself. Maybe it's starting to happen and it's getting real and your dreams are in front of you and you're like, oh my God, you're excited. Okay. But maybe sometimes there's a little voice that likes to come in. Okay. And I want to tell you right now, don't listen to that voice. All right. That little voice in your head, that one that is telling you 29, reasons as to why, you may be incapable of this opportunity, unworthy of whatever it is that you're desiring. Okay? Yes, that voice is there. But there is also another voice that is very present. Okay? Letting you know and telling you, in spite of these things, go for it. Put yourself out there. Open up, baby. You got this. And as I was saying that, girl, I don't know if y'all just heard me. It's kind of hard for me to swallow, okay? Because that's the truth right there. But I promise you, whatever is going on today, okay, it is spiritual. It may be manifesting in, in the natural, but it started spiritual. So today, right here in front of us, this is what is available right up here, okay? And right here, okay, is the energy, all right, right here that you have to take, that you got to come into. And then right here is the energy that you have to make a conscious decision to walk away from. Both of them require your action, and it's internal. It's a decision that only you can make. Real quick, y'all, I had a fangirl moment. Like, y'all, I literally freaked out last night. Oh my God. Like, I've talked about her on my channel, like, all the time. Like, that's who I go to, okay? And this is why I tell you guys to listen to your heart. No matter what those voices or voices you may be hearing, okay, other people's morality that were passed on that still may be in your subconscious mind. But there is a voice that is telling you, in spite of, to keep going. Listen to that voice. That voice is your intuition. That voice knows all the desires of your hearts, all of your secrets. It knows the path, okay, that you are truly meant to walk. Okay? And the reason why I tell you this, it was crazy. I was going through my comments last night. I was reading, responding back to my beautiful love muffins and enchiladas. And y'all, I seen a comment and I was like, hold on, what the hell? I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pretty Boss TV. That's my ace, boo. Cool. That's bae. Like, that is bae. I literally just got done watching her self-love ritual. And then I see a comment. She commenting, y'all, like she was watching my videos. And not only that, she was like, yes, the 10 of Pentacles came up in my spread. And like, she went to comment and I was like, are you serious? Like, I freaked out. Like, I called like my sisters. Like, I was screaming. Like, y'all don't know, I love her. And that was just more confirmation. And I just want to let somebody know right now, I promise you, man, listen to your heart. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? follow your dream. I know that you may not feel like it. I know that sometimes you may not feel like excuse my language, because y'all know, I'm a bad bitch, no muzzle. But so you may not feel like you're not a bad bitch, no muzzle, but I promise you, you are. You are very capable. You are more than qualified. Okay? So I need you today to make a conscious decision, or whenever you do it, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you decide to. But I really want you to start seeing that beautiful soul. You are powerful beyond what you could imagine. Saying that because even as I'm saying this, I can feel the nervousness, all in the heart area. But I promise you, push past those nerves. Keep going. You more than got this. All right. You more than got this. And I always tell you, I would never tell you guys nothing that I don't know about, guys. I promise you, I've been at the lowest of lows. If you've been here from the beginning, you know the stories. You know it. Even going down back in my childhood. I kind of told this story, where, we stayed in Jamaica with my stepfather's mother, and how she abused us. Like I was eating the sores on my leg for food. Like, listen, you get what I'm saying? Like, from pouring all of my heart into a relationship and a person, and it just going left, okay? Like literally wanting to commit suicide left, okay? There is nothing that you cannot overcome. Look at what you've been through in your past, okay? Change your perspective. Instead of looking at like, oh my God, like that really hurt me. But look at everything that you've been through in your past. You overcame it. You're still here flourishing, still checking in on yourself, still loving you, still vibing with you. You gonna let a little measly fear or a little measly doubt stop you after everything that you've overcome, everything that you overcame? What? Oh no, honey. Listen, if there is nobody that cannot do this, honey, if there is anybody that is qualified, anybody that can get through this, anybody that deserves this, it's you. All right? It's you. And today you're accessing a new level within yourself. And that level is seeing yourself as the son of life. This is who you truly are. Anything you touch flourishes. Any situation, any person that you meet, honey, when they meet you, you leave love, you leave peace, you leave joy. There is a piece of you. And let me tell you, for every single one of you that, chiming like, oh my God, Tori, I just love your energy. Because whatever you mirror in me, whatever you love in me, that's because we're all projecting our stuff on people. That's in you. You're just seeing that part of you in me. I remember one time there was this crazy thing. This one day, y'all, like everything I got was free. I literally, helped a lady carry her groceries practically halfway home. Turns out she owned her own braiding shop, and if you who know how like African braiding, honey, that thing is like $200 a pop. I got a free hairdo. She told me to come back anytime she wanted to do some styles on me, and I was like, why? I had to ask her. I was like, why? She said, because you're kind. So of course, kindness is going to be attracted to you. And that hit me in a whole nother way. Conscious of. Make a conscious decision to see yourself as the son of life. Because this is who you are. All right? Know it. So, all right, my love. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start right here. This is the energy that you're coming into. This is the energy that whatever is showing up in your life, okay? It's shifting you, especially with this Mercury retrograde. Today, even it's lighter. Like, you're starting to realize that, like, you're an amazing person. Like, there is nothing that you can't do. Like, you're starting to really get back in touch with your passions, and the signs of the universe are pointing to you. They are agreeing with you. They are letting you know, yes, this is for you. Yes, this is the path that you're meant to walk down. All right. Now it's on you, to make a conscious decision to come in this energy. And this is how you make the conscious decision to come in this energy right here. Okay. So let's see what you're coming into today. Ooh. The Wanderer, aka the Fool card. Okay, so today, I believe on a spiritual level, you're making a conscious decision to throw caution to the wind, to say, you know what, in spite of the fears, in spite of the doubt, I'm making a decision to go. You're taking a leap of faith when it comes to you. You're believing in you. Okay? You're starting to see you in a whole new light today. Okay? Can I say it? Yes. You love you. That love for you that you have for you is starting to really ooze out of you. Okay? It's starting to pour out of your pores. It is very potent in your energy. Okay? That you love yourself. And when you love yourself, there is no way that you can forget the desires of your heart. So no matter what comes up, you're making a conscious decision to push past it. When it comes to opening yourself in relationships, you're willing to do the work. You're willing to heal. You're willing to take a risk. You're willing to put yourself out there, even though you're nervous as hell. Okay? You're doing it. You're willing to walk away from, situations and things that no longer serve you. Okay? This is you making a decision to leap. You're coming into the Wanderer. All right? Now, I do want to talk about the Wanderer, okay? Because I really want to be completely honest with you, okay? To come into the Wanderer, all right? It's such a beautiful path. So beautiful. It shouldn't be rare, but it is rare because not everyone follows their desires of their heart. Most people will live in their comfort zone. So when you come into the Wanderer, you're making a conscious decision, okay, to live your truth, to honor you, to do what makes you happy, even if everyone else doesn't agree. Even if everyone else, might try to project their fears on you, it doesn't matter. Even if you run into a bump in the road, all right, you fall down, you get back up. All right. This is what's going on right here with the Wanderer. So how do you really embody this energy? Wholeheartedly, just full throttle, okay? Is we have grief, letting go of the grief. Different things that you can do that. You can meditate. Grief is pain. To me, it can be anxiety. It can be the past, other people's projections. You know what I'm saying? Like the what ifs, I really feel like cord cutting and meditating is really going to help you relieve yourself of this repetitively, okay? Repeatedly. That's the thing about cord cutting. It's not something that, you can do like one time and it's like, boom. It's kind of like cord cutting and meditation for me is kind of like eating. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have to do this, especially if it's a rooted grief, something that, is really rooted. You definitely want to make sure that you're cord cutting, for me, can I be honest with you guys? There are certain topics, certain things that, my spirit has told me to cord cut on once a day, If it's really embedded, if this thing is the thing that keeps coming up, that keeps, I'm running, you know what I'm saying? Like this thing, it means it's really embedded. So I really feel like you cord cutting, you doing some meditations, you don't have to do it every day. But for me, I know for a fact that this works. It works for me. You get what I'm saying? Affirmations, meditations. Like, I know for legit that this is how I have manifested the law of attraction. This is how I have manifested all of these things yet so far. So I know for a fact it works. So that's why I do it. You get what I'm saying? But maybe you're new to this. And this is why you really have to come out into the wanderer, and really, like I said, I love being a Sagittarius, because there's nothing that I won't try. I don't need all the details. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, let me just try it and see what happens. It works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'll know, But I want to read this to you, okay, guys? Because I love the definition of this grief card in the book. So it says grief. Grief is a keen mental suffering or distress over loss, painful regrets, or sharp sorrow. Now, this could be in finances. We've all probably felt things that, I wish we could have done. Like when I read the book Forgiveness from Everyone and Everything in 21 Days, I didn't even realize when they came to like the financial part, there were certain like opportunities and things that I had, missed out on because my mind was somewhere else. And I really was holding on to it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, she's a plus size like megastar now, Gabby Fresh. Needless to say, a long time ago, back when we was like blogging, blogger, before like there was no such thing as Instagram. It was like MySpace was just the like fresh hottest thing. I used to really be like into fashion, and I used to follow Gabby, and we would, talk, and there was some other ones like Mia the Boss, like that was really big, in the fashion thing and thrifting and doing all this. And I remember I was, at the time I was going to start my fashion blog. It was Fabulosity at Large, because I was plus size, and you know what I'm saying? Like really, go all in. Cause like now, like Gabby's like on a whole nother level. Like, and sometimes I was referring back to like, damn, like if I would have just had started when I did, if I would have just, we go through that phase. And I really had to forgive myself for that. I really had to let go of that past grief. Maybe there's an opportunity in love, that, you're regretting, like, oh my God, if I wouldn't have been in that relationship, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have to, feel. So maybe cord cutting on that would be good. And then, there's an opportunity where, dang, I wish I would have took that opportunity. I wish I would have put myself out there, but I didn't, no matter what it is. Okay. When we hold on to those things, that causes grief, that causes stagnation, that puts fear, anxiety, unworthiness, regret, all of these emotions. How can you float? How can your energy float to the top? So we have to release those things. And how you release those things, that I found that, which is easy to me, but to each its own, okay, is by meditating and cord cutting. Like for real, it legit works. So it says, the pain of grief often forces you to come to terms with fear or denial. What is the mask, okay, that camouflages your real feelings? And for a lot of you, is inadequate. I hope I said that word right. Feeling unworthy, not seeing yourself how you truly are, which is the sun of life. Because this is who you truly are, but you're not seeing this for whatever reason, whatever grief, in the past, you're not seeing that. But I promise you, you are. So today, making a conscious decision, you're like, okay, I know that's here. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to go with it. Like there are certain things, that's coming up in your family matters, in relationships, just a lot of things are floating to the surface, And I want to do it for another way. Like if everything is going amazing, but yet those little thoughts are coming in your mind, cord cut on those negative thoughts. You could cord cut on anything. It's not just people. I cord cut on food. I mean, there is nothing that I don't cord. I cord cut on procrastination. I think I already said that, but like I cord cut on anxiety. I cord cut on anything, honey. The sky is the limit, I remember this one thing, someone was like, it's not good to manifest during Mercury retrograde and stuff. And listen, I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do, but for me, when my spirit say, oh, okay, Tori, it's time to manifest, guess what? It's time to manifest. I don't care what's going on. And guess what? For me, not for everybody else, but for me, that works. Because guess what? Even though we're Mercury retrograde, like if I would tell you guys like the shit that's manifest, you'd be like, wow. Yeah, so just listen to your spirit. Okay? Someone needs to know that. This guidance is here to help us. It's here to get the most out of it. But never forget that you have an internal guidance system that fucking knows you to the T. Okay? Remember that. Making a conscious decision to come into this and leave the grief behind, or even how to come into this, okay, is you really releasing yourself of this grief, of this past regret, this past pain, or past belief, a way that you're seeing yourself, okay? Now, this is what you're coming into, okay? You have a decision. I talked about it. You're already here because I feel like this is what you're already coming into, guys. And this is what you're leaving behind. This is the decision. Can I speak? This is what you're leaving behind. Coming into, leaving behind, okay? And what you are leaving behind is the 7 of Swords. And this is, you know what? I've felt a lot of way that a lot of souls read the 7 of Swords. We know that it deals with sneakiness, okay? But this sneakiness is you. I don't care whatever situation may show up, or person, but this 7 of Swords, this is you. 7 of Swords to me is all about cheating yourself out of something. Okay, this is how I'm reading it right now. You've always cheated yourself out of your desires of your heart. Okay, and how you've done that is because with the 7 of Swords, instead of facing something, instead of coming to a reality, okay, we will feed our fears. You know, just say if you are putting yourself out there with a relationship, okay, it's going good, but maybe, you know, you haven't fully released some past grief. You haven't fully core cut it on some past rejection, regret. Okay. And maybe something happens, you know, and all of a sudden you get triggered. You know, it's not your intuition, but it's because you still have some past grief around the situation, or you're able to start a business. You want to start a business, so you're so pumped about it. You're out there, but all of a sudden, all these other thoughts keep rushing in, like, you know, remember the thoughts I said that's there that don't listen to. And before you know it, you've talked yourself out of something, like, you know what? Or, you know, something happens. You're like, you know, they're probably going to do this. This is not what I need to be. Like, you'll talk yourself out of it. All right. And before you know it, you're out of there. Okay. Like a thief in the night, you know, you're going to find some excuse because you're really scared, because whatever this grief is for you, you're going to find some excuse not to qualify or do whatever it is that you want to do. You get what I'm saying? You're going to, like, you know, I can't really start a business right now. I don't have the financial money. Like, I'm still working. Like, you know, I just got to wait until I get this. I got to get my camera. Do y'all know I started recording on a Android, honey? I'm talking, because I was like, I need this, I need that, you know, the camera and stuff that came later, you know. And it was crazy because one of the cameras that I wanted was like, I think it was like $700, and my first YouTube check like paid for that whole camera, like, and then some. Like, it was crazy. But what I'm saying is, initially, you kind of talk yourself out of it, you know. But no, start with whatever you have. Crawl. Believe me, you're gonna look at it like, wow. Like, I look at some of my readings, oh my god, like that whole setup, I was like, ooh, cha. And I thought I was banging, you know. But listen, it's called allowing yourself to grow. Okay, allowing yourself to grow, working with what you have right then and there in the moment is what I'm hearing too. Okay, because this is what you come into. Like, you psych yourself out of it. You feel like, you know what, what's really going on is you don't feel like you can really do it. So you might place that energy somewhere else, make an excuse for it. But at the core of it, you don't feel worthy. You don't feel like you can do it. Okay. Ooh. And see, how you get over this is realizing your magic. Tapping in like that you are a bad mama jamma or a bad sir. You get what I'm saying? You see? You have to embrace your magic. You have to tap into your magic. Don't be afraid of your magic. Know that there's nothing that you can't do. Okay? I want to read this to you guys too, because I love the books. Oh, I just ripped my book. I love the book's definition of it. But it says magic, okay? Magic produces extraordinary results as if by supernatural means, producing baffling effects or illusion. Okay? Wondrous excitement. Okay? Magic is. Magic is what helps dreams stay alive. It is that extra little spark of possibility, believing in yourself. All right? Especially wondrous when coming directly from the heart. And this, when I told you, your heart remembers. Notice the magic that surrounds you in everyday things. You may be facing challenges that test your ability to see clearly. What is real? What is the illusion? Are you so embroidered, okay, in the way of survival that you can no longer tell the difference? Step back and look at the larger picture. Getting quiet, okay? You know, yes, you may be busy. Yes, you have things to do. But I promise you, on a soul level, you came here to thrive. You came here to enjoy. You came here to live. You came here to have an experience. Allow yourself to have that experience. And how you do that is by coming into the wanderer, core cutting, releasing this grief. All right, stop talking yourself out of stuff. Okay, because at the core of it, you feel like, you know, you don't believe in your magic. You don't believe you're capable. You've forgotten somewhere down the line, but your heart remembers. Okay? Do not be afraid of your magic. And when you make a decision to do this, release this, come into this, realize this, let go of this, okay? What happens? There's a renewal within you. A whole new foundation, red, root chakra. Okay? There's an expansion. Your truth is allowed to be birthed. What you like is no longer suppressed down. Okay? And then what happens? Miracles. Solar plex, the confidence to really thrive, the confidence to really tap into your magic. This is what's going on. Okay? Miracles are going to take place. When you are being in your truth, that is what allows growth, or facing truth is what allows growth. I had to realize something. And it was so stifling. It was so hard to come to terms with this. Okay? And you know, but you know what? When I did it, when I said it, when I looked at it, when I stopped being in denial, it was so freeing. It was so liberating. Okay? You know, it was so liberating. So I promise you, when you look at the truth, when you stop running from the truth, when you stop hiding from the truth, you know, I think I'm going to give this example because, you know, you're like, okay, Tori, well, what do you mean? Because it can be anything. It can be something little. It can be something big. But, you know, sometimes as kids, you know, we have kids. I don't have kids of my own, but I have like 10 nieces and nephews. I have a godson, you know, that, you know, I've been there. He's going to be 7 this year. I've been there since he was 2 months, you know, and I have, you know, like an only child syndrome, you know, when you give them every single thing. I've always given him all of my attention. Like, I mean, I laid it on thick, honey. And I realized, you know, because I'm prone, like I said, I see in the spiritual, I've seen how that was not, you know, the place that I was loving him, you know, was just unhealthy for him. You know, it really wasn't healthy for him. Okay. And it was starting to become a toll on me because when they're set and they're used to a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how a child act when they don't get their way. And I had to realize, you know, how, you know, this is just, you know, it was just not, it was not healthy. It just was not healthy. And I had been in denial about it, and I had to come out of denial with it. And I'm like, okay, God, well, what's going to happen? Because sometimes when we stay, and we have to go on, I don't want to have a tower moment. I don't want a tower moment. Like, if I can get it now, let me get it now. And I had to, this Mercury retrograde showed me how that has to be dealt with, because he's just used to all of my attention. Like, he doesn't like to share me with anybody else. Like, if I'm his, like, that's the way it is. And I had to realize, just from, okay, this is just not, healthy. And instead of beating myself up, because we can go down there, we can go that road of beating ourselves up, looking at it in a whole nother way. I'm like, okay, all right. You know what? Yes, this happened. Yes, I created this, but guess what? Where there's a way in, there's always a way out. And I had to realize that. But first I had to realize the truth, and the shit was smeared in my face, and it didn't feel good. I will tell you that. And I just had to stop compressing it, stop lying, and just really be honest and open with myself. And I cried and I released it. And I said, okay, now we can get on the road to really healing, really loving from a healthy space, because maybe I think I was like compensating, for the lack of. But we have to know whatever we do, whatever energy behind it, and I don't want to love him from that place. I want to, what I'm saying? Like, that's just not good to me. So, I really had to, be honest with myself, make a decision, to get on track. I did a spread, talk to spirit about it. And now we're on this path of really healing that, really releasing that. And it's important that I core cut on it because it's embedded deep. I've been this way with him for 7 years. That's a long time. So what I'm saying, it'd be something like that, or within your money, within, how you perceive love. Multiple things can come up. But I promise you, where there is a way in, there is always a way out. And this is the way that you take. And when you do that, it's going to allow a renewal to happen in your life. It's going to release miracles, okay? Beyond your wildest dreams. And I want to read renewal, okay? It says your first chakra. This is another beginning. So what looks like an ending, okay, promises and brings beginnings. It says, what appears to be an end may not be one after all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. Expansion, miracles. All right, my loves. So I know that I have talked your ears off, but I honestly want to let you guys know I love you so much. And I don't know if anybody else seen it, but we surpassed 20K. So I want to welcome all of my new love muffins. Welcome home to your tribe, to your family. It is such an honor for me to be a part of your journey. I see all of you beautiful souls. Thank you. It is such an honor to reconnect with you guys in this life. All right. I love you guys so freaking much. Go out, get out into nature, hug a tree for me and you. The sun is out here. The rain is leaving. So I'm definitely going out. Okay. And I love you guys so freaking much. And I will catch you on my channel. Take care.
Follow, she blazing.